Hello, my name is Joshua Ward, and today I'm going to be presenting the coral reef ecosystem. The coral reef has a tropical climate, and the average temperature in the coral reef is 68 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit. The abiotic features in the coral reef are sand, water, light, limestone, and dead coral. The biotic features in a coral reef are sea turtles, clownfish, coral, sponge, tropical fish, and squid. The parrotfish are one of many keystone species in the coral reef because they eat vast amounts of algae, which keep the coral clean. And they also eat dead coral, which gives more room for coral to grow. The light transition in the coral reef is light goes into algae, and the algae turns the light into chemical energy. And whenever a primary consumer eats the plant that has the chemical energy, the primary consumer will have the energy, and then the secondary consumer will eat the primary consumer, and then they will get the energy, and so on. Humans contribute to climate change by burning things like oil, coal, and fossil fuels, and they also create factories that release carbon dioxide. The way climate change is created is by burning coal, oil, and fossil fuels, which when burned up, they create carbon dioxide, and that gets released into the atmosphere, which gets stuck, creates the greenhouse effect, warms up the planet, melts the polar caps, which makes the water rise, and makes storms and tsunamis unpredictable due to the amount of water that is there compared to before. Barely anybody deals with climate change, but they don't ignore it because it is an important thing to know, and it is an important thing to figure out how to get rid of. If we were to ignore climate change, we will keep on heating up the planet until the point that the polar caps officially melt and all the water will flood all the land in the whole entire world. The coral reef has a massive impact from climate change because it makes the water warmer, and whenever the water gets warm in the coral reef, it makes the coral get stressed and expel a tons of amount of algae. And whenever that happens, it's called coral bleaching. And coral bleaching makes coral more stressed and makes them more vulnerable to infections like rapid wasting and white band. Abiotics like water will get heated up and make some areas in the ocean uninhabitable because of climate change. Climate change also make algae expel from coral because of coral bleaching, and without the algae being on a plant to get the nutrients that it needs to make light into chemical energy, the primary consumer will lose the energy that it needs, and so will the secondary consumer, and so will other consumers like the apex predator. A way that we can stop climate change is by not burning a ton of coal, oil, and fossil fuels, and also to stop making tons of factories and to make less cars or just entirely use bikes only instead of cars. This concludes my presentation. Thank you for listening, and have a wonderful day.